Namaste. This is Deomita Chatterjee, everyone, and today I am in conversation with Shayok Mitro, a young Sanskrit theatre artist and student of P.L. Bhattacharya at Chidakash Kalalaya. I recently had the opportunity to watch their Sanskrit theatre performance in Kolkata, and it was truly inspiring to see this classical tradition being practiced with such dedication, I will say. In this conversation, Shayok will share his journey into Sanskrit theatre with us, his training, his reflections on learning from Natyashastra. So, just welcome, Shayok. Hi, Shayok. Welcome to Hanswani. Hi, Shayok. Welcome to
Hello.
Hanswani. So, where we rediscover the living heritage of Indian arts.
Mm.
So, yeah. And my first question to you is like, what inspired you to, learn or come to this Sanskrit theater? And like, what made you choose this basically? Like, how this journey started?
The journey, or I can say the destiny. Better to say this is a destiny because everything I believe is pre-decided. It's not like I have decided to do Sanskrit theatre like this way, but my subject was literature. I was studying that time in college, and that is Bengali honors. It's in Gadia, Dinabandhu Andrews College.
Mhm.
And after that, I have done MA, Masters in Bengali. Because of literature, always literary work attracts me a lot till now. And I love literature. I love philosophy. I love to read all these things, our Indian study, and basically Indian rooted study, which is, you know,
Mhm.
in the depth of Indian culture and all that. That sometimes I think this is that was in my blood, in my family. That's why I'm doing this like this way. So my family members, there are lots of people there used to sing. They it's not like professionally singer, professionally dancer, but they love to do this kind of things from their childhood. This, yeah, that was in my family. But when I'm studying in Andrews College, I was studying, and that time my college professors and head of the department of Bengali,
Mhm.
principal, they but too much show interest to that you do dance or theater or this kind of thing, because I used to do the choreography
Okay.
in the college. So people attracted and they liked too much, so that's why they told you should go and learn any art form, classical art form, or if you want to know or want to learn any dance form or like that. Then I told, I have no connection. I know academic section, I know academic, how to do NET qualify, how to be a professor, all these things I know. I don't know how to be a dancer or a performer. So then one of my professor, she, the Dola Devnath is her name. She basically actually forced me to go to learn dance. She given the contact of Tanusri Shankar, Tanusri Dev. Then I mentioned my economical condition is not stable now to learn dance, because see, learning any art form, it's expensive, always expensive. She pushed me, and she told me, one of another Mr. Sarkar, another one professor, she also told me, we will support you. Don't worry. You learn. You go and learn. It will happen with you. So then I went there. I started, the journey of learning dance. Before that, whatever conception I had, it's from DD National. That time, DD National was the channel,
Right.
only channel, where in the, from 10 PM, there was a classical
Uh-huh.
performance programs were there.
Uh,
They used to the Kathakali,
right.
one day Mohiniyattam,
Mm-hmm.
one day Bharatanatyam, Odissi, sometimes theater. So
Mm-hmm.
I used to watch that from my childhood. Sometimes Rudraveena. So like this way. So I was too much familiar about these words, about these terminologies.
Okay.
What is dance? How to dance? What are the forms? These I had. So then when I went to Tanushridi and started learning Uday Shankar dance style, that was a beautiful experience. There's a construction and deconstruction of movement I found in Tanushridi style.
Oh.
How Uday Shankar incorporated.
Mm-hmm.
There is no actually Bharatanatyam, no actually Odissi, not Manipuri, not folk, any kind of, but everything is together. A new essence of dance Uday Shankar created that time in modern Indian classical dance.
Uh-huh.
So that was very interesting journey with Tanushridi. And there first Tanushridi introduced Pialda as a Kathakali teacher because he is a Kathakali Kalamandalam from Kerala. He used to teach or train students in Kathakali that time. So Tanushridi introduced Pialda in
Mm-hmm.
her school.
Right.
I started learning Kathakali and my quest was increasing too much. Like I used to ask Pialda that why this face color, the green color
Mm-hmm.
in Kathakali? Why I have to put a kiritam like 7 kilo weight or 5 kg weight? Why I have to knot all this tied and everything is so heavy, 34, 35 kilo, the weight is I'm carrying being a dancer.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the purpose? Why? Then he started explaining all the things from different darshana. Few from Sankhya, Yoga, Mimamsha, Vaisheshika, Nyaya. Then I found that it's not only a dance form.
Uh-huh.
The performance is the, what can I say? It's the outer part of a particular tattva. If there is a tattva, then you can manifest that in your performance. So
Oh.
Aharya is actually is a manifestation of that particular tattva, what you are following in your lineage. Your
Uh-huh.
movement or any kind of dance movement or theatrical dance movement, whatever surviving in India, it's actually
Mm-hmm.
based on a particular root, which is based in a deep thought or deep tattva concept. And that concept lying under our Indian education system.
Mm-hmm.
So then I found that we lost that system. We lost how to read ancient text.
Mm-hmm.
And what was our ancient Indian study? Then gradually Pialla told me, did you read any philosophy? I told, yes, philosophy was my subject in graduation. And then I found that's a school level, whatever I have learned. So there's a
Right.
more and more and more deep these things are. So then I started, exploring with Pialla, please teach me. So then he started teaching how to do Nabhi Shuddhi. In
Oh.
our whole physical body, the central point is Nabhi.
Mm-hmm.
Now, after learning, I started 2010. This is
Mm.
2026. In
Right.
this long 16 years journey, now we are getting this core Nabhi is not only Indian core, it is the Asian continental core.
Mm.
If you watch any Asian art form like No, Kabuki, Indonesian dance, Balinese,
Mm-hmm.
Jabha,
Mm.
Sumatra, they are too much concentrated in navel. Secondly, if you want to practice any vocal form like Drupad,
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
like any if you nowadays the folk word I don't use, that terminology is actually wrong. The classical terminology is actually wrong. I don't personally use. Whatever art form is surviving for long lineage, British or our Macaulay study coded
Um,
that as this is a folk. Whatever it is not folk, it is also a traditional form. they used to project everything from their navel. In Dhrupad, in the early morning, you have to do a Kharaj sadhana. You have to touch the lowest note of your body. And that
Uh-huh.
lowest note is the Shadja, which is staying in your navel. So the primary thing is Nabhi Shuddhi. If I am learning Bharatanatyam when I'm sitting in Aramandi, actually I'm concentrating in Nabhi. If I'm a
Uh,
Kathakali performer, I'm doing Chudippu, first physical movement I'm trying to manifest. The main point, main center point is Nabhi. In
mm-hmm.
Bhangas of Odissi is Nabhi. If I'm
Mm,
talking about anything like Kudiyattam, they used to hold the thumbs like this way in the Nabhi.
mm,
So, Nabhi is the main part of a human body. How to make it strong and sustainable being an artist.
understood.
The whole life you have to hold this Nabhi, how much performance you will do. So actually, you are not entering your Nabhi when it's become a particular core in your body. Its strength of your Nabhi
Mm-hmm.
is proper. That time when you are taking entry in on stage or performing any piece, your Nabhi is initiating you to do that. You are not doing. So
Ah,
your core is becoming or core is transforming a character. You are not being the character. So, being a character or manifesting a character, there is a two different concept. We
right.
usually think we are being a character, but in India, it's very difficult because Sita, I never ever saw this kind of woman in my life who is going to the fire. I never
Right.
ever find any lady who is coming from the fire like Draupadi, who has taken birth from fire. So Ram, I never ever seen that kind of. I did never seen any 10-headed person. So all these are tattvas. How to
Mm,
understand tattva and manifest that tattva through you in a very anu chaitanya. It's not a pervasive chaitanya. I am not a
mm-hmm.
pervasive person. I'm a very limited. Through my limited indriyas, through my limited body, through my core, how I can manifest Rama as well Hanumana, as well Ravana, as well Sita, as well Draupadi, as well Arjuna, every character. These are the
Understood.
characters we are
Mm-hmm.
getting. But when I'm not getting such characters, like if somebody tell you, be Megha, how? Megha has not such kind of character. So what is the
Right.
qualities, attributes of Megha? How you become, your body is becoming Megha. Your psychology is not becoming Megha. Your
Mm-hmm.
psychology is carrying forward the cloudness. This
Right.
is the Indian way of presentation, and this is completely actors' theater. It's not directors' theater.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you require. Pialda used to, use a word. Generally, he say this word, bharpai. You require a bharpai from this level to this level.
Mm-hmm.
That means you require a proper vocal training in a proper classical or whatever say shastriya music. How much that if you can sing a concert, people will sit and listen. That much perfection you require. People will believe that you are a vocalist. You
Right.
require that much dance training that you can dance just like a dancer. People will believe that he's a such kind of dancer.
Mm-hmm.
So Bharata is giving us in the the music chapters, Gite Yatnam Prathamastu Kartavyam. Geet
Mm-hmm.
hi natyasa shayya bhavet. So the base is music. If you
Right.
don't have that musical base, it's very difficult to manifest anything. So we require a deep music study. I started learning Drupad. I learned 5 years Sama Veda chanting. Because in the first chapter, Bharata is telling that Jagrah Pathyam Rigvedad Samebhyam Gitamevacha Yajurvedad Abhinayan Rasan Atharvanadapi. So the
Mm-hmm.
part you have to take from Rik. Now people started thinking, so Rik has several kind of part. Rik part, Ghana part, Jana
Mhm.
part, Pada part, Krama part. Which kind of part? So if I utter a dialogue in Rigvedic manner,
Mhm.
Murdanandi Bhovaratim Pritibhya Vashyanaramrata Jatamagnim, it can't be a dialogue. So what exactly Bharata is trying to convey? What is Rik? Why
Mhm.
this word has Rikar? And when you will utter Rik, Rik,
Uh-huh.
Rik, you will get a spark like this way. So Rik is the first fire in your body. So your dialogue is
Mm.
not only a dialogue, the first light on the stage. So that fire, to project that, you require a different tonality. Where I
Mm.
can get that tonality? 2000 years ago's art form. Now, whatever the Samavediya shakhas are surviving, one shakha is
Mhm.
surviving here in Kolkata, Kauthumi Shakha in Lake Road. We got Pandit Bamandev Chattopadhyay. He
Acha.
taught us how to utter Samaveda. He never ever gave us any written thing. You have to listen and you have to buy heart. If you able to buy heart the whole mantra, then he will go to the next. Otherwise, the same
Mhm.
mantra he will teach again and again. Exactly the ancient tradition of oral tradition of learning.
Mhm.
5 years we learned that, and gradually this tonal quality changed. My voice
Uh-huh.
was different. After learning Samaveda, I got a different tonality in my voice. And then the Drupad helped me a lot for that Nabhi Shuddhi and how to go the Mandraswara.
Mhm.
So that was our vocal training, the vocal journey. Now with it, physical training. If you don't know any Deshi art form, it's very difficult to convey Natya Shastric movement. It's not
Uh-huh.
possible. If you want to convey Natya Shastric movement through your body, you require a base of any movement practice. Natya
Uh,
Shastra is not for preliminaries. Like Dhrupad is not for everyone. This is musician's music. Now, Natya Shastra is talking about the science of music. So, what is the science? How to execute that? What is
uh-huh.
the logic behind swaras and shrutis? Bharata is trying to teach us that. And exactly in movement, body anatomy, and with that, your bhava, when amalgaming, how you
Mhm.
can move. So Bharata's movement is not a dance movement only. It's one
Mhm.
purpose is dance. Another, the pervasive purpose is psychophysical manifestation.
Oh,
How your inner space is changing, accordingly your outer space will react. So when
understood.
you are sama, that means everything is in equilibrium. Your psychology, your body, your movement, everything in sama. When the curves are coming, the names are changing, and according to the name, like Sthitavarta, Shakatasya, through this
Uh-huh.
name of the charis, you will get the Rupa and the Kriya. So, Sthitva avartayati. It's somewhere is pausing and circulating, pausing and circulating, pausing and circulating. How you will do the movement? In this name, you have to find out. This is the Shastric codification. That's why this is too much logical, and that's why Bharata coded it as a marga.
Understood.
Got it?
Right.
So I
That.
have started my journey like that way. Music.
Mm-hmm.
Then physical journey, I learned Kathakali. Before that, Tanushree, Uday Shankar dance style over there in Tanushree Shankar Dance Academy. And Kalaripayattu I have learned. And
Yeah,
later
that
when, yeah.
yeah, already I have this question, like, I will come back to this. So you mentioned that you have learned Kalaripayattu and so many physical like movement movemential activities where you have to move very aggressively, right? Because Kalaripayattu is a defense kind of, or how I will say, it's a
Yes,
so
this is
like
a martial training actually.
exactly like how you will connect this kind of aggressive movement into a dance form, like which is kind of we say Lalit Kala and all, right?
Actually, this is comes under Vritti.
Okay.
Bharati, Satvati, Arabhati, Kaishiki.
Uh-huh.
Four Vrittis Bharata mentioned. Now it's very elaborate way it is going. Bharati doesn't mean, people used to say Bharati is a verbal. Yes, because
Mm-hmm.
we have to understand Samaskrita, any word means there are three layer of meaning. Abhidha, Lakshana, Vyanjana. If it is Abhidha, Bharati is coming under verbal, any dialogue vachika. Satvati is coming under Satvika Abhinaya. It's your Sattva. Hmm. Now the question is, what is Sattva?
Mm-hmm.
What is the Bhara in Bharati? Getting my point?
Right, right.
Now, like there is a story. Madhu and Kaitava, two asuras are jumping, doing all the noises and everything. And Vishnu was lying in the Ananta Shayana. He was sleeping. Suddenly he woke up. He put his leg front on the floor, and Madhu Kaitava suddenly shut down.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then he killed them in a very Lalita manner.
Uh-huh.
How he is stepping forward on the floor, that weight actually give a pause in the activities of Madhu and Kaitava. That is the Bhara in Bharati. So see, this is a story. How you
Mm-hmm.
will get the actually what Bharata is trying to say, because Bharata is not a commentator, he is a Shastrakar. A Shastrakar will give you the clue, he will not explain you everything. That's why Bharata's every Karikas are Sutra, it's not at all explanation.
So,
So,
Shayak, like you think when we are learning about any character, we have to perform. We have There is a theory called in theater that we say you can absorb the character the way you can. It's up to your creativity. And like, do you think that Natya Shastra actually stops you to think in that level that you can do and understand a character in your own way, or
no,
it's
Natya
like
Shastra gives me a pervasive way of thinking about a character, not
uh-huh,
only to be.
uh-huh,
See, in modern, in whatever theater, Indian theater is, now we used to do, what we can say that is the realistic theater
mm-hmm,
or naturalism in acting and all that. How I am speaking with you, like this way, we will talk. We will enact
right,
on stage. They are too much focused on the psychology. Here also, sattva is important. Now, what is sattva? That we have to understand that the extreme concentrated mind is sattva according to Yoga Darshana. So, how you will be extreme concentrated, that journey you have to do each and every day.
mm-hmm,
How you are contemplating in one object, that is your sattva.
mm-hmm,
And to shift it, like you want to be a cloud and suddenly want to be a pond. To shift this, or want to be a lotus. To shift
mm-hmm,
cloud to lotus, how your sattva is changing so fast. And both the part you have to contemplate properly within that time.
mm-hmm,
That's why there are lots of vibhavas. What?
mm-hmm,
My instrument artists, my orchestra. That's why Kutapa, music, is very important in Indian theater.
mm-hmm.
If you remove that, you will lose the essence of Indian theater. or Bharatiya Shastriya theater. So, and when we are talking about how to be a character, we are talking about character, to be a character. And Bharata is not telling, no, you are carrying forward the character. That's why
Mm-hmm.
in Asian continent, if you see no theater, they used to put a mask over here. They are carrying
Mm.
forward the mask. They are not becoming character. And the way they took entry on stage, till now they are taking entry on stage. How? What is the way? It's a very slow manner. Like this way, we never move in our daily life. So
Right.
whenever I am going to project a particular character, I am transforming from daily to extra daily. How much you are trying to make it alaukika, you have to give more and more extra daily. That's why if you are showing Parvata like this way, this is also a daily because we know the shape. In Kudiyattam, they used to show in a different way the Parvata. How you will understand this is Parvata?
Mm.
So Akriti, Cheshta, Chinha, Jati, all are depending on the movement.
That's true.
So when you are showing Parvata, there is a narrative. One way is
Mm.
narrative, another way you are becoming that. So two things you have to compare every time. It's descriptive or narrative.
Mm-hmm.
If I am telling I am watching Parvata, that is different. And I am Parvata is different.
Mm.
And in Indian study, there are lots of this kind of things. Everything is jiva, nothing is jada. So
And
that's
in
why
theater, yeah, in theater,
tell.
people also say there is one concept, like, I got lost into the character. So someone will be, uh, trying to connect with the character, and then they will be like, I'm lost. Uh, and maybe,
Yeah,
they
it
are.
happened if you're sattva and you are becoming too attached in the sattva of the character, then it
Uh-huh.
happened. But
Mm-hmm.
Bharata is ignoring this from the beginning. He is telling you
Mm.
are not becoming, you can't be Ravana. How? I don't have 10 head. 10 head means you have a pervasive knowledge, uncountable informations in your brain.
Correct.
That much thing you are holding. Okay, Ravana is like that. Secondly, Ravana is a Veenakar, is a Rudra Veena
Mm-hmm.
Vadaka. Okay, he has too much ego. Too much means too much, beyond our thought. So, how I can project Ravana by being Ravana? It's not possible. I can't be that.
Mm.
So whenever the characters we are getting the tattva of the character, not the proper physical structure of a character. I never ever seen this kind of person in my life.
Mm.
So when in Indian all performances based on Puranas, Mahabharata and Ramayana, we have to understand these characters is not possible to be. We can portray, we can carry forward. That's why Bharata mentioned always a detachment from the character and the actor, always we require. It's not attached character. So that means there is a no sattva. There are sattva.
Mm.
I am contemplating to manifest that. I am contemplating how to carry forward the character exactly like that way. And people are believing. If I lost, then I will miss the tala, what I am doing. I will miss the music. I will miss the note, maybe, what is playing from the orchestra. I can utter a
Mm-hmm.
wrong dialogue if I am too much attached in the character. So Bharata mentioned be conscious and carry forward your character. That's why Bharata given so much techniques. You have music, you have movements, you have lots of things. After, fill up with all these things still here, then you come on stage and do improvisation. This is Bharata's theory. Natyacharya will teach you like that way. You know how to contemplate in a particular character. Now,
Mm-hmm.
Natyacharya will not going to give you a script and telling you go through on it and then come to the stage by heart and utter. No. Natyacharya will tell you this all orchestra is here. Now compose your thing. I can guide you, but I can't direct you. I can't. So director, actor concept is nowhere here. Here is Acharya. Acharya means who will convey the knowledge, the Vidya. An actor has to manifest that. So if you have that much training behind you, you will manifest like that way. It depends on your training and your journey and your experience. How long you were working, like suddenly you can't be, on stage Draupadi. It's not possible. The first day, how much you will manifest, that will be your preliminary way, general way. Then gradually, according to your experience, your maturity, your performances, you will develop. And after one day, when you will start improvisation with Draupadi, people will believe you are Draupadi. But still, there you are working as a detached actor, not attached.
Mm-hmm.
Attachment is always mistakes. Bring mistakes, lots of mistakes. You can't be too much attached in character. Then what will come? Your sadness, your happiness, your caring, everything will come. Your perspective, character will go. Because I am
Yeah.
attached. Shayak Mitra is enacting that time. That time we will forget. I will forget what character I am conveying.
So before performing anything, like, we have seen you on stage. That is magical, obviously. But how it happens, like, how, like, what Shayok exactly do? Like, what is your before stage rituals mostly? Because we have seen, you were playing maybe Veena before your performance or something.
Yeah. Actually, now I don't have any word because 10 years ago, if you ask this question, I could give answer like I concentrate in my how to do the movement, how to do the whole thing properly, how I have designed it like that way I'm presenting or not. Now, after the journey of 14 years with Pialda and 2
Mm-hmm.
years with Tanushriti and other more teachers, when I learned Kudiyattam, Ankya Bhavna, several kind of in my INLAC scholarship, I got that time learned Kudiyattam, I learned Ankya Bhavna of Assam. So lots of things is already filled up over here. Lots of Indian Kala Vidya, Bharatiya Kala Vidya, I respect, I adore, and I accepted in me. Now, when I used to go to the stage, I used to surrender myself in front of them. I believe
Mm-hmm.
in that. That I am an empty vessel. I'm an totally empty vessel. Now, this Vidya will work on it or not. It depends on that particular day, particular audiences, particular time and space. It's not fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I'm thinking, yes, I am doing, let's do something, start something. I found that it not work. Now it's not working. Now
Mm-hmm.
I used to whatever preparation I have done, I try to become empty before going to the stage. So I stopped talking from the from if I'm performing 6 p.m. I stop talking from 1 p.m. 5 hours I don't talk with any people. I don't want any noise. So when I'm dressing up myself, actually I'm transforming myself from one to another. That's why aharya is very important in our Indian art forms.
Mm-hmm.
How you are putting you're drawing your eyes, how you are drawing any tilakas, how you are putting a turban or any kind of thing on that. Through this, you are changing from daily to extra daily. This is not your daily life. And this journey and this silence suddenly concentrate you in that particular object
Hmm.
or that particular subject, what you want to do. With that full concentration, when you will come on the stage, what is going to happen, we can't pre-decide. Like I know Rag Yaman, I learned Rudravina under several gurus. First, I have learned from Pialda, then Asit Banerjee guided me, then Ujjalendu Chakraborty, and lastly Ustad Bahauddin Dagar. So this long way I learned a instrument. Each and every day Raga Yaman changed. I can't by heart Raga Yaman. I can't by heart any raga in my life. That each and every,
Hmm.
like today evening, if you want to say play Yaman, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, every day Yaman will be changed. Indian
Okay.
art is like that because every day, time, space, everything is changing. How I am performing in the KCC and how I am performing in the GD Bilda Sabhaga, that will be different. Obviously, because time is different, space is different, vibration is different. So
Hmm.
actually, a space used to speak with the actors. An actor actually speaking with the space. This is the first thing we have to understand. We have to forget about whatever I'm telling that is conveying to the viewers or not. That is the secondary part. The preliminary part, this space is speaking with me or not. If this space is vibrating with me, automatically spectators will understand. The Saridaya, the Prekshakas will understand.
Hmm.
That I experienced. And if I'm working,
Hmm.
I'm doing too much, but this space is not merging with me. Space is not speaking with me. This orchestra, this music, this space, this set, props, and this particular arena is talking with me. So accordingly that I can't fix up any performance. Each and every performance of the same play should be different. According to the time, according to the space, according to the locale where I am performing.
Hmm.
So that's why each and every performance is different. Each and every performance is to change according to the space and time and the local. And where I'm
Hmm.
performing. I'm performing in Bangalore, performing in Pune, I'm performing in Mumbai, and where? It is NCPA or it is
Like,
any
then,
ashrama.
what will be the adoption system then? Like, suppose, because you also perform in many stages, many performance you are doing. How fast one can adopt this? You know, like this
This
piece,
is a
this.
difficult question. This is a skill. This is actually the first
Hmm.
skill of language. Like when I used to
Hmm.
go to South, I used to utter Manipravalam. It's a Malayalam and Sanskrit mixed language. In this language, Kathakali songs are written by Kotaitu Tampuran and all other poets.
Uh-huh.
So when I used to utter these, automatically the land vibrates. The essence comes. In
Hmm.
Kolkata, when I perform a Sanskrit play in Victoria Memorial, that time I was watching whatever I'm conveying through that. If I can connect few words in Bengali, and this is a
Uh-huh.
medieval Bengali or in a Panchali pattern, the people will attract. People will feel the what I'm trying to say. So
Mm-hmm.
because this is tattva, how I'm manifesting the tattva, the space will talk to me like that way because this is Bengal. Actually, space used to talk. An actor used to convey. So it's viewers, prekshaka is the secondary thing. The first, how we the prekshaka will accept accordingly that I will design the play, that will not be a play.
Hmm.
So that's why each and every space we do the Reiki first. We visit to the auditorium first. We roam around the space. The empty auditorium, there is no prekshaka, nothing. How this auditorium is connecting me.
Mm-hmm.
Which part, that's why the plays, all the dialogue I have to say, it's not like that. I can change it. I can utter
Oh,
something new in a particular series. That improvisation liberty is here. And everybody is so conscious on stage. If an actor is improvising, they also have to follow.
amazing.
So many things. So you saw that KCC performances here.
Mm-hmm. Right,
We performed in the
right.
KCC performance. That performance, lots of things are improvisation. Lots of things. It's not only what, because with that Dipanita Di was singing Apar Hue, that Bengali, our traditional baul. With that, I'm uttering Taittiriya Upanishad Shloka.
Hmm.
With that, one Drupad Bandish is happening. So
Mm-hmm.
when the performance is starting, see, these all are improvisation. Who is sitting and singing? She is a Bihai Drupad artist, Shivli. Another Durba singer Roy Chaudhary, she is now is a professor in Rabindra Bharati University of Rabindra Sangeet. So everyone is giving their own experiences and they are improvising on stage. Every day things are changing. What is going to happen on the stage? That depends on that particular day, that particular situation. We can't assume it.
Wow.
So that's why this process of
Hmm.
acting, I better to say this is a training process. We require too much training in different art forms.
Hmm.
We have to tone our body, our voice, our psychology with
Mm-hmm.
deep rooted Indian study and practices. After that, you have come to, because when you are coming to stage to perform, that is applied, prayogik.
Hmm.
That is the lab where you will do the equations and all that.
Right.
You will mix this alkali to that alkali, like this way you have to do. Acid to alkali, how you will work. That lab work you have to do on stage. Stage can't be prefixed. Whenever it is prefixed, you are by hearting, you are mugging, and you are totally fixed your design. This is again becoming your daily. It's nowhere extra daily. Whenever you are experiencing new things and trying to convey more and more in a transcend way, that is extra dailiness in Indian art forms.
Hmm. Understood. That's a
Hmm.
huge thing.
The same thing, each and every part of Indian art form you will get. In your age
Mm-hmm.
of 20, if you visit Khajuraho, and in your age of 50, you will visit Khajuraho, that will be different.
Hmm.
Your maturity. So, Indian, any art form is always contemporary. How I am perceiving, what is my journey, how much I am doing a study. Because being a Rasika, Prekshaka, Saridaya, we also have to do a study. That the
Understood.
if I am missing, if I always find what is the social relevance, political relevance, is there is any secularism or feminism or any ism beyond that is our Indian art forms. There are no ism. Art is sake of art.
Hmm.
There are always these messages are there, Bharata tried to say. But in a crude way, I don't want to show that. See, the rape is happening till now. Draupadi's Vastraharana is the example of that. Now, how you will convey that, which way you will convey that, it's up to you. Your study, your learning, your presentation.
Hmm.
Yeah, which way you want to convey. So always India tried to portray everything with a mannerism. And that mannerism is our vrittis. Bharati, Satvati, Arabhati, Kaishiki. So you asked how a movement, Kalaripayat type of martial art helped me. Arabhati, Ar means soldier. Bhat means, Ar
Hmm.
means move, to move. Bhat means soldier.
Hmm.
Movement like a soldier. So a movement like a Sena, how you will, so what is telling? I am not going to fight, I am not going to do any war. So what is there in the movement of a soldier? The energy, the power, the strength. That energy from where you will get. We have
Hmm.
several kind of martial art forms. Thangta we have. We have Gatka in Punjab. We have Kalaripayattu in Kerala. We have to find out from where we will get that energy, Arabhati vibration. We have to learn those.
Hmm.
That energy we have to incorporate. We don't need the movement. The movement
Hmm.
is the tool to understand that energy. Usually we stuck in the movement. We used to do all
Hmm.
Kalaripayat movement in theater. No, it's not needed.
Hmm.
We
Understood.
want that energy. Getting the point. I don't want to copy the Kudiyattam voice. Why? I learned Kudiyattam. How to utter a Kudiyattam dialogue, I know. But if I copy and paste Kudiyattam, so why? Where is the Bhavanu Kirtana? Bharata is trying to say. You are revisiting, reviewing, redoing, whatever is there, surviving, that thing you are not copying and mimicking. According to Bharata, any real enactment, if you do, that is mimicry. If I copy how you are
Hmm.
sitting, how you are shaking your head, it will be a
Hmm.
mimicry. People will laugh. This is a comedy
Hmm.
part. So,
Hmm.
Bharata is trying to, whatever you are getting from this loka, now do your study with Veda. Veda means Shastra. Loka and Shastra. And in between your consciousness, Adhyatma is there. How you will merge it, how you will put the veil, how you will do it extra daily, make it extra daily,
Hmm.
it's up to you. So
Hmm.
that's why Bharata has 100 sons. 100. Kohala, Dattila. Everyone worked in a different field of Indian art.
Uh-huh.
So how? Why everybody is not practicing only Bharata's format? Why everybody is got different genre of practice, genre of
Uh-huh.
research? How they developed each and every Matanga, the Brihadeshi, the big text based on our Deshi art form. After learning from Bharata the Marga, somebody working in Desi. So you have to understand Bharata is a code. Bharata giving you some codes. If you able to open that E equals to mc square type of sutra, you will get the
Hmm.
whole equation.
Understood. So, like, how you will say this that someone wants to start this journey. Okay, like you are doing in Sanskrit theater, or maybe Natya Shastra. So, how?
Mhm.
What is your suggestion here that how one should start, what they should do, what they should need? Um, what will
Firstly,
be
we
that?
require a practice in any Deshi art form. If you don't know what is Sari Gama Padhani, I can't teach you what is the relation between Sapa, Sama, Redha, Gani.
Hmm.
What is the science behind Bharata Shadja Grama Madhyam? It's not possible. So you should know music, you should know how to sing, what is the proper note and everything, that you have to know. You have,
Hmm.
if a performer is trying to, a actor is trying to learn, they have to know this much music, they have to know act, minimal a physical practice. It could be a martial practice, because one of our student came here, he was a Sikkim NSD pass out, Inder Pal Singh. He performed in that day also. He's a
Yeah, yeah,
Punjabi boy.
yeah.
When he has a learning experience of Gatka. Gatka is their, the family art. Traditionally, they used to do in it in his lineage.
Mm-hmm.
So he has an autonomous body movement, body flexibility is there in his body. Now you have to precise it through the vision of Shastra.
Mm-hmm.
So after learning a art form, when your
Mm-hmm.
quest is more and more to go deep and deeper, then you have to come to learn the Shastra. Shastra is not for everyone. Shastra is just like a scientist. Everyone, if I'm, the masters in chemistry or physics, it doesn't mean I'm going to be a scientist. So generally in 100 people are performing or dancing and singing and doing everything. Any art form is doing, performing theater or anything. Maybe in 100 there are one or two people will come to learn Shastra, because they have the quest to go more and more deep.
Hmm. So
So we
once you
have
just
to,
start, there is no end.
no end. Actually, no end. So we still now we are practicing. Still now I'm learning Bina. Still now I'm learning Sanskrit. So I'm learning again Chanda, Alamkara,
Mm-hmm.
Dhwani, all these things. Every day we used to study philosophy. So
Mm-hmm.
every day you have to do study, you have to learn, you have to practice. But that doesn't mean whatever you are practicing that you are portraying on stage. Practice is your
Mm-hmm.
base to portray a particular object or subject on stage. Getting?
Correct.
So when
Correct.
when you are the subject, you are creating object in front of you. I am watching what? Flower or something
Mm-hmm.
else. So according to this, according to my inner space, how I am
Mm-hmm.
visualizing an object, maybe there is nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I am creating that object in on the stage in front of you. You are believing, yeah, this is a flower. So this journey will be possible by practicing long, long time art forms. Otherwise, it's not possible. And this is several kind of, it's not only one. One part is physical practice, another part is your vocal practice.
Mm-hmm.
Then the sattva, we can teach you how to be contemplated, how to contemplate in a particular subject. That journey is more and more inner, more and more, we can say, adhyatma. Adhyatma doesn't mean spiritual, it's a wrong word. It's inner. You have to find out you and how to erase you from yourself. This journey, theater or Natya teaches us. Better to say that
Mm-hmm.
is Natya.
Amazing. That's a like a whole journey of, kind of like, someone was reading Natyashastra from chapter one to end, and I'm just, I just got revisited like the whole Natyashastra through your words today.
Mhm.
So, like, definitely, I will not take much of your time. It was really like I'm totally filled, even I'm finding words to, talk right now with you. It's so immersive and too much to, absorb and learn, and time to reflect, like, on these learnings from you. But still, suppose someone wants to, learn this art form under PL sir or Chidakash Kalalaya, how they will connect, and how they can contact. What is the
There
way
is a
they should
number in
follow?
Chidakash Kalalaya web. If you can find out
Mm-hmm.
Chidakash Kalalaya, if you can write in the Google, you will get a number
Mm-hmm.
that's actually someone of our number, my or any other student's number. They can
Acha, acha.
contact. First, we usually tell come and sit and watch.
Okay.
Watch how we are working. If they have quest, again I will tell. If they have a
Mm-hmm.
practice of a practical art form, any practical art form, then if they can come, we can. Like Dipanita Di is not for movement. She came from a music background. How she merged in the theater, how she merged in that particular production. We have to understand, because she has that kind of bharpai inside her. Like
Mm-hmm.
Shayamita Dashgupta was a Odissi dancer over there. She's actually an Odissi performer. But how she was merging with that particular Natya in on particular that day, they never ever perform again with this performance. This Sambatsar Katha, they came to the workshop. That's why we incorporated them in the particular presentation. The next time when Sambatsar Katha will happen, they will not do. But
Mm-hmm.
when I'm designing, I'm thinking, we are thinking together that what we can do. Then the other panel, they told, can I sing like this way? We told, yes, come and sing. Shamita, they told, is this Mridanga, somebody is playing with that, can I dance like this way? Yeah, please do. And try to think about what is happening on stage. With that, try to, so talk with the space, talk with the situation. So like this way, automatically happened.
Mm-hmm.
This is the work process of Pialda. He never ever forced to do. So if anyone is coming to learn or understand our any this kind of art form, they have to come, they have to sit, and
Mm-hmm.
you have to, you require a patience to sit and watch how it is evolving. If you have a quest of deep study in Indian rooted system, then only it is possible, otherwise not.
Hmm. Makes sense. Amazing.
Okay,
Yeah. Thank
thank
you
you.
so much for your time. The words, I have no words actually. And yes, I'm really looking forward to see your more performances. And I really want people will adopt this. Um, Also, new students are coming, and this will be the most popular again, as you are trying to do. Um, Actually, you were the PL sir is only doing this Sanskrit theater alone, I think, right now.
No, there are
So,
lots of people in Banaras, BHU, they used to do Sanskrit
uh-huh,
theater.
okay.
In Shingeri, there are students, they
Mhm,
are doing Sanskrit theater. Uh, Not only us, lots of
mhm,
scholars, they have done Sanskrit theater. But we are trying to make it in a different way. What is the way? How to think in a pervasive manner.
mhm,
Because, we have when we are taking birth in West Bengal, we are Bengali. Other region I visited, I found that they don't have this. We have a, Shastra equals to blockage for us.
uh,
People used to believe that, firstly, it is very difficult to understand because language is Sanskrit.
mhm,
Secondly, actually, it's binding us. He's giving
mhm,
movement. They are not understanding the logic behind this. Those who are practicing and performing, they're learning something from Shastra and putting it directly in the play.
mhm,
We are trying to understand the layers under this text, how to peel off the first layer, then the second, then the third, what we are getting more and more insight. And when
mhm,
we are working now, we can say after Pialda's 27 years of journey and my with Pialda 14 years of journey, this is not only Indian.
Hmm.
Bharata is trying to say a universal performing art. The system, the pedagogy of universally how to perform, how to be an artist. That Bharata is trying to say. That we found that we are getting now. Gradually, we are developing in that manner. So that's why
Hmm.
Piala's perspective is different. But there are lots
Hmm.
of people, those who are. Dr. Padma Subramaniam worked on Karanas and she composed lots of things. She is a
Hmm.
Padma Vibhushana. She also walked a beautiful way.
Right.
And she was the torchbearer of Natya Shastra research
Right.
work. So still she is performing her, the legacies are performing. So
Hmm.
we always adore them.
Hmm.
So this we are also this, marga. The word means
Hmm.
mrigyati iti marga. Mrigaya means how we
Correct.
usually do the mrigaya. You know where the deer will go? We don't know. If I am following a deer, the deer will jump here and there, and then the deer is creating a path, and I'm following to create a path. So always anveshana is marga. So unlimited quest is there. That is marga.
Wow. Amazing. Again, thank you so much, Shayo, for
Thank you.
for your time, and thank you so much for connecting with us and sharing your knowledge with us. This will help us a lot, and the students who are learning Natya Shastra, this will inspire them a lot.